Hi, everyone. Welcome to Unit 2, Activity 3. We're looking at teen to independent adults. So really, we're going to be analyzing the decision to move out and get on with your lives. So it's very interesting, this unit, actually. So for the Minds On section of the activity, you're going to be thinking about the transition to adulthood and the rites of passage that many Canadian young adults have as they move into their own place. So thinking about why people leave home, thinking about the costs and benefits of leaving home. So you may want to, even for yourself, do an advantage, disadvantage list, brainstorming why you may wish to leave home. For some of you, you're going to a university. Is it worth living in residence? Is it worth staying at home? For others, your university is far enough away that you have to live in residence. What are the advantages and disadvantages of that? So just thinking about this is an optional for you to lead into a discussion. Why do people leave home? Make sure that you're being safe and sharing with respect when you share these decisions. Also looking at the action piece. For action, we're looking at demographics. So demographics gives us data-driven information about people and their lives. So looking at the data on leaving home, looking at statistics, different cohorts or groups that were analyzed. For your Unit 2 Assignment 3, you're actually going to look at different publications and analyze those publications with leading questions. So the first publication is When is Junior Moving Out? Transitions from the Parental Home to Independence. And there are 4 questions to answer there. Remember, answering complete sentences and give as much detail as possible. Publication 2, Diversity of Young Adults Living with Their Parents. And again, reading through this, answering these 2 questions. For a level 4 or above, I want to see some references back to the document itself. So using APA formatting, footnotes, making sure that you're using in-text citations to reference the documents that you were reading. Access the rubric here, submit the activity there. Now for the consolidation piece, there isn't actually anything to submit, but there is a video that's really worth watching. So this video is by Jeffrey Jansen Arnett. It's a TEDx video, and he looks at the fact that there are 4 revolutions or 4 reasons why young people seem to take longer to grow up today. And those reasons have to do with technology, sexuality, women's movement, and youth movements. So it's how these revolutions have all impacted young people. So what you want to do is listen to what he has to say, see if it impacts your life, and see if there's any decisions that you can make differently after knowing that information. Consider all the social institutions involved in adolescents' life. You might want to think about roles that they have related to these institutions. This is for your own growth. All of this is going to lead eventually up to your large culminating project for the entire course. So just keeping that in the back of your mind. And then roles and transitions to adulthood. So think about the impact on the transition to adulthood for a discussion, and looking at surveys as a method of data collection. That's important because if you're doing any surveys within this course, or you're creating a survey, you want to make sure that you do so accurately. So looking at 7 tips for good survey questions, and looking at a guide to asking effective questions and how to write good survey questions. So that's really important. And then after you've done all of that, you've completed your surveys, how do you analyze that information? So taking a look at that, you might want to make a note that that is in Unit 2, Activity 3, so that you can refer back to it as the course progresses. Enjoy Unit 2, Activity 3.